Let's make history. 6th February was my first and hopefully last experience as a pallbearer. My tia, Laura, my Aunt Laura, passed away. Natural causes. She was in her 70s, her early 70s. And I was one of the pallbearers carrying my aunt's casket with my cousins and a few other gentlemen. It's like nothing I've ever experienced. Just knowing that a few weeks ago, we're talking with her, sitting outside talking and laughing with her. And now here she is in a box, about to be lowered into the ground. And I would never see her again. I've always heard about this. My grandmother, her mother, actually, when her brother David died, my Uncle David, she tried to jump in the ground as they were lowering the casket. And they've shown this on movies. This isn't not anything that's uncommon. You know, we've all probably heard the story before. But seeing a body actually getting lowered into the ground, not just a body, but of a loved one, is an entirely different experience. Symbolically, and literally, because they're getting lowered into the ground. They're going to stay forever. And then the symbolism behind it, it just hits differently. So, and as the body was lowered, we had to drop flowers down onto the casket. My father spoke at the wake. It's my sister. God bless her. Love her. Me and her had many years apart. It reminded me of the Bible verse where the Jews looked for 40 years in the wilderness. We had been separated for 20 years here and 30 years there. But God came into our life in Lord's later years. And for the past 5 to 6 years, He brought us together. And He introduced us to our family, the Mendez family. This is the closing for me of a chapter where I'm finishing up my father, Wilfredo Mendez, my mother, Yolanda Flores, my sister, Laura Mendez, and there are no more of us. But I thank God for our Mendez family, Tahir and April and Marvella and her brothers and her husband. And these individuals will continue with the Mendez legacy. God is good. Though I will miss Laura in my heart, I thank God that she is with him now, because He can do all things but fail. And He brought us together. And with this, I want to say thank you for letting me share. Peace and blessings to everybody. And one more thing, don't forget to pray today. Thank you. And afterward, all the family, my sister, my niece, my cousins, and it was a beautiful experience. She didn't die in any pain, thankfully, but hopefully it's my last time doing it, because it's burying too many people, too many deaths. I want to see more life, even though death is a part of life. She was born in Harlem in 1951, and she was raised in foster care. She was in and out of psychiatric facilities as a child, had a very hard life. She reunited with her mother, my grandmother, and they fell out. They had a big bad falling out. She wound up moving to Texas, joined the Army briefly, and then resettled in Newark, New Jersey, where she raised my cousins. She had 3 kids, 1 set of twins, and then a younger daughter. And, they had kids. So she was able to live a decent life, from her middle-aged years all the way up until death. And I'm happy for that. And I believe that's why she went peacefully, because though she had a very hard life, as a child and a teenager, young adult, she was able to have a loving and beautiful family and leave this earth seeing that and experiencing that. That's one of the most important things that you could have in life. Money is great too, don't get it twisted, you know, but family's right up there. Family first, family's most important.